Let me be honest, if I could make money without moving a single finger, I would still be sleeping right now, and it's 2 p.m. Everyone talks about passive income and how you can generate money literally in your sleep, but what exactly is that? That would be a stream of revenue coming straight to you with putting minimal effort in a day-to-day basis after the initial setup. That can entail things such as having rental properties. Every month collecting that rent income can be passive income. Or having a very popular song and collecting royalties on that every time a radio plays your song. That's passive income. But not all of us have a beautiful voice to go on the radio and sing, or have the extra money to buy a second house to rent out. How could we possibly get passive income? Let me show you some ways you can get into this without breaking the bank. Hello everybody, this is your Young Advisor. Today I'll be teaching you about passive income and how to start earning that with little effort. There are going to be 5 resources I talk about to help you get passive income, and they don't involve buying a brand new house to rent out. But real quick, this is not investment advice. I am not yet licensed, so please take this at your own risk. Enough talking, let me show you how to get this income. Number 1 is going to be the most popular and probably easiest way to set up, and that will be a high yield saving account. What that is you're going to start earning 4 to 5% interest annually on the money you put into that account, and which all of that will be commonly paid either monthly or quarterly. The best thing about it is that you can take all the money in this account instantly without any fees attached. I currently have a high yield savings account, and at its highest I had about $10,000 in there, and that means every month I got about $35 added to my account, which is a nice little check to look forward to when the month ends. And that was just because I had it in the account. I didn't even move a single muscle. The second investment tool is going to be a little bit more intricate, and this is a certificate of deposit. From these you can earn anywhere in between 3 to up to 6% annually just for having that money into the certificate. And interest can even be applied daily, so every day you'll have a little bit more to your account. And due to that, you'll start earning compound interest, which means the interest you earn will start earning interest as well, which will give you a little bit of a higher return than just having in a high yield savings. There is a catch though. These certificates have a certain amount of time to mature. You can find some for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, or even 3 months. Typically the CDs with the shorter term are going to have the higher rates, but keep in mind if it says 5% and it's only a 3-month CD, you're only going to get that 5% for 3 months, which will really turn out to about 1.5. And that income is usually going to be paid out monthly, which you can either cash out in a check or apply to the CD again to start building interest on that money. So the growth can really be exponential if you do it for the longer term. With that being said, if you take the money out before it's supposed to mature, there is going to be a little bit of a charge and you won't get all the interest that was originally stated. The third way of getting passive income, which is not really talked about too much, is going to be the real estate investment trust, otherwise known as an REIT. This is going to be your best way of getting rental income without ever physically owning a property. And what a REIT is basically a collection of properties that a company owns, and they pay you through their lease payments or their mortgage payments. You could buy it just like a stock, so you'll never have to leave your home, and you could actually start getting rental income straight to your name. The yields of owning one of these can either be from 2% to 12%, but I'll go further in depth in another video. The fourth way to get passive income, which is amazing for long-term income, are going to be bonds. A bond is a debt instrument, so that means you lend money to corporations or governments in return for interest payments. So in this case, you will be the bank giving out the money. And similar to a CD, these bonds have maturity dates. So if it's 10 years, you'll get 10 years worth of interest payments, and at the end of that term, you'll get your initial investment back, if all goes well. But that's assuming that the company or government that you're lending money to doesn't go bankrupt. That's going to be a very small chance, but it's always something to consider. On top of that, you have the potential to get capital gains from that as well, because bonds can be traded in the second market just like a stock. So that means the price of a bond can go up and you could potentially get capital gains from that, on top of the income that you're already receiving. The yields for the bonds are going to vary significantly depending on the issuer, how long the bond is issued for, and interest rates in the current market. So it's not uncommon to see bonds yielding 2% all the way up to 12%, but again, that also depends on how secure the organization or government is and if they're likely to default on their payments or not. The fifth way to start getting passive income are going to be owning stocks. As I talked in my previous video, some companies are already past their growth phase and now focus on passing their income into their investors, which will give you income from their business without ever stepping foot on their locations. Owning stock is generally going to be riskier than the other 4 options I talked about, but there is going to be a potential for capital gains since market price can fluctuate more. So based on that, dividend yields are going to be either 0% all the way up to 6% in some cases. But please keep in mind, most of the money that you get from stocks are going to be from capital gains or losses, not from dividends. So you can still earn capital gains, but it won't be as much of the other options that we talked about. That being said, those 5 options can give you potential passive income without ever moving a muscle. So if you have have some of these options, you can literally get money in your sleep if you invest wisely and do your due diligence. Thank you for letting me be your young advisor today, teach you about passive income and how to start earning it. Let's all get rich 2025, and having passive income on the side is another great way to earn that. Thank you guys for your time, and I hope to catch you guys in another video. Take care.